Hello and welcome to the 35th episode of the 30s podcast. My name is Clint.
Uncle Marcus.
What is up, Uncle Marcus?
What's going on, Clint?
We got producer Caesar.
Hi. I'm sorry.
Kind of mid-gulp.
Mid-gulp. Sorry. How are you doing? 35.
35, yeah. It just keeps going up.
God damn.
Just keep getting more episodes.
Shoot.
And last week, our guest was great.
Kellen.
Kellen, yeah, thanks for coming on the show again.
Yeah. So, folks at home, Kellen's film is going to a film festival in Scotland.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's crazy.
That's awesome. I'm so jealous.
yeah.
I have intense FOMO.
FOMO. Dang,
FOMO.
Already getting into the FOMO.
No, we'll get to later.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
gotta be more stuff to do. We'll do it later.
It's been sizzling already, right? Oh, okay, whatever.
we'll go later.
Go ahead.
FOMO right now? Let's do it. Okay, so I don't know. As I've gotten older, I feel like FOMO used to be the biggest thing before. That was like the way to get you out of the house. It was like, oh, the fear of missing out. You're missing out on all these fun things to do. Look at these people on Instagram. We're all at Disneyland. We're having so much fun.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh, FOMO. I wish I was there. But I think as I've gotten older, I get it.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's because, like, oh, I could have planned to go to this, so I have FOMO. Like, I could have been available, but you didn't hit me up.
Okay.
That might have been it. It's not as much like, oh, I want to go off to, I don't want to go to the rave festivals. I don't want to go do that kind of stuff. I don't need my
You're what?
I don't need my nipples with the pasty. I don't know pasties. I don't need the tape all over like that glows in the dark. I don't know. I don't need all that stuff.
Right. That's the other side of the FOMO is that I chose not to be involved in this.
Yeah.
Because there's times where you do something or someone invites you to go do something or a trip and you just don't. You're like, I don't feel like going. And then you see it happening and you're like, I'm glad I didn't go. It doesn't look like my thing. Or that looks kind of fun. I should have gone.
Yeah.
So there's that part of the FOMO. And then the other side is the not being included FOMO. When it's like, I know everybody at this thing and nobody thought to call me or give me an invite. Which one do you fall into more?
I think I'm changing. I think I'm turning into am I not on this group chat? Is there another group chat now?
Yeah.
That's like the big issue nowadays is like, oh, which group chat am I in?
Yeah.
Is it the one with me and my brothers? Is it the one with me and my mom and my brothers? Is it the one with me and my dad and my brothers?
Because it's such a weird mind game with the group chats because I don't know how everyone else's group chats are. I don't have a whole lot, but a lot of them are with the same people in each one's, but like, oh, you're not in this one. Or like Caesar's not in that one. And it's like, but everyone else, it's all the other same people as the other chats. Just one person is not in there. It's like, what are they talking about in that group chat? They don't want me to hear about.
It's obviously you.
Yeah, it's like,
They're really talking about you.
like, yeah, like, and then there's the times where you get texted in the wrong group chat.
Ooh,
And there's been a lot of times where it's that same situation I just said, but it's people that I work with, and there's like 100 people that like they're kind of like, oh, we don't always want them involved. Ooh. And then you'll message in the wrong group chat, and it's like, oh fuck.
And now they know.
Yeah.
And they're the first to reply.
Yeah. they're like, what?
It's happened too. I'm not going to say any names.
I have a story about a group chat that happened to me. It was during COVID and stuff was started opening up again. So like we're starting to go places were open. And so I was in a group chat with, I forget how many people. It was like there's three commons in both of them. And then the other ones weren't in there. And there was like some beef between, there was like a girl who was like not cheating, but had broken up with one person and then it was dating another person in that group chat. It was just like, it was like, you don't date your friends' exes. It was one of those situations.
Oh, okay.
Where it was like, hey, this is kind of off limits, but they did it anyways. And they made it known it was off limits, but they did it anyways. So it was still kind of like, ugh. But that doesn't involve the rest of us, so who cares? But I was out with the group or the one person who was like the outcast for doing it. And they were texting in the chat and they're like, I don't think they know. Like it was stuff that, actually, no, I wasn't supposed to be in that group chat, but it was because I was with them. They didn't want for me to be like, hey, they're talking about you right now. And so they texted in the chat that I was in. And then I was thinking, like, I don't think they realize that they're in the wrong group chat right now. And so they did like a good back and forth of text. And I'm not responding because I don't get involved with that stuff anyway. And I texted it at one point, like, you guys know I'm reading this, right? They were like, oh, fuck. Group chats are dangerous, you guys.
Be careful.
Be careful. Or just now on the iPhone, you can do the pins on the top.
Yeah.
So you can pin them. So you can see which group chats are which, and you can put little faces on them.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah,
yeah, it's been like that for like a year.
Yeah, it's been like that. So you can like label. You put a face on it.
I see it now.
Yeah, a picture on it.
Like your top 8 on MySpace, basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
That's also a mind game.
Top 8.
God, the top 8 on MySpace. Ugh, people take that so personally too. Like you're number 3 on mine, but I'm number 7 on yours. Did you ever have that?
Yeah, I had MySpace.
You looked confused there.
It was the top. I was just thinking, what was I on your top?
I don't think we were friends in the MySpace days.
I don't think so. It was because it would have been Facebook by then.
Yeah, I don't remember when MySpace went away. I know I was in high school. Maybe it was right after high school.
The last time I used it, I was a senior in high school.
Okay, then it was after high school for me. I don't know.
So whatever it looks like, it's frozen in time.
Yeah.
I have not touched it.
Top 8.
Yeah, I feel old. I mean, I feel like you guys are older than me, but I stopped using it in middle school. That's what it was.
Okay.
And you guys are just like a few years older than me. So that
How old
makes
are you?
sense. I'm 30.
30. You're 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're allowed in the room then.
Yeah, 30.
29. Get out.
Yeah, Kellen. You said
Kellen, damn it, Kellen.
You're 31, right? And he was like, I'm 29. we both were like, oh. Yeah. Well, in that case,
Oops.
get
Well,
out.
The door is behind us.
We will not be promoting your movie. No, Kellen, you're fine. We'll link your stuff in this video too, because we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the movie, find it. Going to Scotland.
Yeah, let's go to Scotland.
Find out what that journey is going to be like. I'm interested to see that. Speaking of FOMO, like that'd be great to go.
That's real FOMO.
Yeah, that's real FOMO. I'll be watching those Instagram stories with intense FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really one to be affected by FOMO because a lot of it is, like I mentioned, my involvement in FOMO is I choose not to do a lot of those things. So every now and then I'll see something and be like, oh, that looks like fun. But I chose not to go, so.
What's like the one time where you had the biggest amount of FOMO?
Oh, the biggest amount of FOMO. I'm not really prone to like extreme. I get over it fast.
Like you're like, oh, and then you save yourself a bit. I feel like you keep your feelings. Yeah. You guard yourself. You're like,
it's just like I made this choice.
Yeah.
So it's whatever.
Like this is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
fine.
okay.
I don't know. Maybe there was a time. It might have been you guys did something without me.
Oh, it was probably us.
Yeah, that happened. That used to happen all the time.
Yeah,
that's happened all the time over the years, and I remember when it first started happening. I think it was when we used to go to Frankensons all the time. Nerds, and then like there was a good amount of because we'd always go together, the four of us, and then I don't know what happened. This is my memory of the event and my feelings at that time. I was like, you guys just stopped asking me.
Oh.
And I was like, "What happened?" I remember talking to one of the four, we won't say who, about it. And they were like, "Oh, we went to Frankensons last week." I'm like, why didn't you ask me? Like, I don't know. Like, so I didn't even do anything to just not get him. It's not like I shit on anything. It's just like, we're just not going to ask him this time. Oh, okay. I guess that's
God. Yeah, that's brutal.
It is pretty brutal.
Sorry about that.
I remember thinking in the moment, like, what? Because it's all like a mind game of like, what did I do to not be included all of a sudden? And I don't even remember, like, obviously it doesn't matter now, but at that time it was a weird, like, oh.
Like, what is happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when it's friends that you connected with, like you connected the friends together and then you're not there.
Yeah, and then I get kicked out. It's like, oh, you guys all know each other through me.
Yeah.
And I've been invited. We've done this every week. For the last however long we used to do it, and then it's just gone. Man,
it's probably how the Andrew Garfield character feels in the social network. For the twins. You made Facebook without me? How could you? You bastard.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen that?
Social Network?
The social network. Why can't I say it? The social network.
Movie. Social Network.
The film.
The film.
You haven't seen that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Why not that
There
one?
was a long period of time where I just wasn't watching. It's still continuing today. I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I don't know if it's my attention span is like, I don't know. I consume mostly podcasts now, and then I just pause them, and then
Keep going where you
keep going where you left off, and it's fine.
You like the pausing.
Yeah, I get distracted.
Yeah.
I'll go to my phone or like have a random thought, need to look something up or just write something down, and I don't know. So I missed out on a lot of like usually because we talked about Oscars for a second before we started recording. Usually I have not seen any of those movies
Right.
on the Oscar list, and I feel like it gets bigger every year too. There's like 10 movies.
They added to the best film category,
Yeah,
so that
it gets
so many more can be in it now.
right.
10 now, right?
Yeah.
I think it's 10. Remember when it was like
4 or 5.
4,
Like
5,
five.
6? Like, and I thought that was a lot of movies to get through, but now it's 10. Yeah, I didn't see The Social Network.
I also feel like back in the day it was easier because there was just movies in theaters. Now it's like Netflix has this.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus has this. Like, it's all over the place, and there's so many movies you can't keep up with
I
everything.
think that's why I stopped watching a lot of movies and TVs, that there's just so much of it that I remember when Disney Plus came out. I was all excited before it came out because they were going to have all the backlog of old Disney movies on it, which I'm not a huge fan of those Disney movies, but every once in a while, like I'll watch Robin Hood. I watched it as a kid.
Yeah. I like. Yeah.
And I got so overwhelmed with the amount of shit that was on there that I just didn't watch anything.
That's how I get. I get into the like HBO Max too, like especially
yeah.
HBO Max, because I go through the list of movies and I'm like, I got all the way to
There's so
Z,
many. Yeah.
and I just don't want to watch anything now.
Yeah, it's like I looked through 100 movies. What am I don't know what to pick. I want to watch like 20 of them.
That's why Blockbuster was so great back in the day.
Yeah.
Because you'd be limited to what you could get, and if someone rented out the movies you wanted, you'd be like, oh, I guess I can't do that one.
Yeah. So you have
Then
to do your next choice.
had the anticipation of like, oh, well, I'm gonna come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
The next
Or
day.
in 5 days after
In
you
5 days.
after you watched your
Yeah.
other movie.
Yeah.
Man, the Blockbuster days.
Ooh.
It seemed like so long ago, and they'd have the box, and then the one behind it would be the When You Take Home.
Oh, so
And if it wasn't there, you're not watching it. You go ask up front, anybody return?
not today.
Yeah.
Not for
I
you.
used to go to the video store every Friday and get 5 or 6 movies for the week.
Yeah.
Every Friday, 5 or 6.
Yeah. Yeah, they would hold them
That's a
for my
lot.
family. They would hold them, all the new ones, and be like, which ones do you want out of these?
Oh.
That's how much
You guys are regulars. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I used to walk. Remember that Hollywood Video that used to be by? Okay, I used to walk there and rent something like every week, just one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those days are gone. It's a weird time to think that we used to. I remember. Do you remember renting VHSs and stuff too?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and you'd have
Yeah.
to rewind it,
Yeah.
or they charge you for it.
Yeah.
Like what? It's like just you can't do that.
God, I was so
And they're
good
gonna
at using the
charge.
VHS player. I was really
Do
good.
you remember how to tape stuff?
Yeah,
I don't.
I do.
I used to do it all the time.
That red button. I remember I taped.
I don't even remember.
Taped like SpongeBob. I
Oh,
did that for some reason. I don't know why I picked SpongeBob.
I don't know.
I was into it. I guess that would have been like 2001. Yeah, 4th grade. I would have been trying to do that more, but then I remember when DVD happened, because that was by like Treasure Planet time. What's the first DVD you got?
Wild Wild West, I think.
Wild Wild
Yeah,
West.
that's
Yeah,
crazy. That's one of my
yeah.
first
I
ones.
had one.
too.
That was one of the. I wasn't buying them then. My dad was, but I remember that was one of the
Yeah.
ones in the house.
Wow.
That one. Such a male house is that he bought that and Wild Things.
Oh my god.
It's like
I wonder why.
yeah. So I watched those two a lot, and that was what year was that? 2000. Look up what year that came out.
Wild Things? On
on DVD because it came out
Yeah.
before DVDs, I think.
Yeah.
Because I remember that was like I want to say like 2000, 2001, 2002. We had just a bunch of DVDs that were being bought, but they were older movies that they
Yeah.
just released on DVD.
Yeah.
So they came out in '97, but they were super expensive. So by the time it was regular, like 2000 was the
Okay.
year that everybody
Oh.
started using
That
DVDs.
sounds
Yeah.
about right. Yeah, I don't even remember. Like the transition is just abrupt because, like, as I said before, my dad throws stuff out. Like we threw out one day the VCR and the VHS were all just gone.
Yeah.
And then there was just a DVD player and DVDs.
I remember worrying about it, thinking, Mom, what are we going to do? What are we going to do if there's no more VHSs?
It was like a Y2K event for you.
And then she came back with the player that would have the DVD and the VHS slot. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay.
I don't think we had the combo one. It was just, I don't remember that. Mm-hmm. I don't remember anything about my childhood.
Nothing. What else can we unlock from him?
Doing the show, I was like, I don't remember shit.
I went head first into Blu-rays. I bought like 500 of them.
500?
And then I heard about 4K, and I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, 4K knocked me out.
What was the other one that lost the battle? It was Blu-rays, and there was another one.
HD DVD.
HD DVD.
Yeah.
It was red.
Okay, those ones lost. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the childhood thing. I don't fucking remember. I only remember the bad stuff.
That's terrible.
It is terrible. Like I have no memory of elementary school. Really, I can see the building. Mm-hmm. I know what the building looks like, and then that one event I told you about, and that's pretty much it. Like,
yikes!
It's kind of weird. It is kind of sad. I would like to remember some stuff, but
one day. In therapy, here on the 30s podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it out of me. We should get a therapist in on here, and then
that'd be
fun for you guys. I think. So I can find out how fucked up I am.
I'll bring popcorn for that one. Oh my gosh! Yeah, you guys just watch.
You guys can both sit over there. That's to get therapized, and just like.
Yeah. Have you ever done therapy?
I've done one session of therapy. Mm-hmm. It was 2021. It was in 2021, and it was the BetterHelp therapy. It's on every fucking podcast. Maybe it'll be on ours too. Okay. And I didn't get that much out of it. I was very because I had to pay for it, which that makes sense. It's a service, but I was the things that they were saying was very much. I know all this about myself already, you know, and I didn't really. It could have just been a bad therapist. You know, there's bad doctors, there's bad therapists. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't get much out of it, and not enough for me to think, oh, maybe if I keep going, it'll be different. Yeah. So I don't know. But that was now 2 years ago. So maybe it'd be different. Yeah. Have you done therapy? Either of you?
Yeah. I haven't. I've done like everything up to the point of talking to another person. Like, because I just journal all the time.
Talk to your dog?
So I just write. I talk to a dog, talk to
a bird,
talk to anybody.
Talk to a lamppost.
Anything that walks by.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard the Trader Joe's thing. There are Trader Joe's differences.
Hi.
I've been to different therapists over the years, and there's good ones and bad ones.
Yeah,
there's some that you're like, you just talk. I think the way that works for me is I just talk out what I had the issue is, and somebody listens, and then at the end of it, I'm like, oh, I solved it just by talking it out.
Yeah.
But it takes a special kind of person to listen to you and guide you a certain way.
Right. Yeah. I think for me, because I'll say anything. I'm never like, I don't want to talk about that. You know, for the most part, unless it's protecting someone else's feelings or whatever, that I don't know if it was just the first session that they just didn't have much to say yet about me. Because like I'll answer anything for the most part, or just be very transparent about a lot of stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it'd be different if I go now. I would like to get my childhood unlocked. That's the real thing I think, want to.
Yeah.
Or like that one event that I was unsure of what happened. Like I would like to know for sure what happened, and which might be why everything else is blocked.
That might be it.
I'll talk.
Never know.
I won't say that. Maybe one day I'll say that on here. Yeah. But I wish I had my childhood back a little bit.
Oh man,
I remember like the video games I played a lot because when I play them now, I like remember all the stuff in the game. But then as of like what happened that day, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah. The spottiness of the memories. You don't have any of that? Other than the normal spottiness of just getting older.
Maybe just getting older. Because I spent a lot of time either at school or at church. And so like some of the church stuff is kind of vague in my head a little bit. Because we went to so many different events and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I think I just had a good childhood.
I think maybe.
I think I just don't have much trauma until my 20s.
Yeah. I obviously people have had worse childhoods than I have. It wasn't that bad. It was more of just like a lonely childhood. Yeah. Just because we were alone all the time because there had to be. for reasons. So I think maybe that's why I didn't go to. There was no group events. I didn't play sports. Yeah, there was not a lot of. I didn't really have friends, so it was just because I was always alone. It just kind of fell out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I said so many people around.
Yeah. You had a big family
Brothers,
too, so like there's always something going on.
Yeah.
I mean, there were days I didn't talk to anybody.
Man.
Yeah, it was just.
What joy.
Well, I had video games and books. I was having fun. I just didn't necessarily talk to anybody, you know. Now I'm talking all the time.
Maybe, so God, can't get him to shut up. So wait, I just remembered the Netflix thing, the Netflix news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How that's happening now.
I heard something else about it today.
They took it back.
Yes. Okay.
They took it back.
So start from the beginning then. Tell me what you're. Tell me what you know.
I thought that the news was that they're going to hammer down on people who share passwords.
Right. And they laid out a plan for how it works.
Yeah.
I think.
Once I know the details. So once a month, you have to log into your home Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And so if you didn't log into your home Wi-Fi once a month, then that's how they knew you were using somebody else's account, and they blocked you.
So So if someone uses mine, as long as I log in once a month,
they
can still use it.
No.
They have to
that
log
device that they're using has to be connected to the Wi-Fi.
Got it.
But I don't know how you identify what the main Wi-Fi is. I guess the most devices.
Right, because they use their Wi-Fi.
And they could be their could be their home Wi-Fi. But I think the idea was like you assign one Wi-Fi that's your home Wi-Fi, and then all your devices have to connect to that one once a month, or else you get blocked.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then today, what were you going to say about that?
Because hearing that, I'm like, I guess I'm gonna not use Netflix until I visit my parents again.
Oh, okay. Because
I
you
guess I'm
don't
done with
use your
Netflix.
Netflix. You use your
No.
parents. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, today I think they took it back, right? Or they said
It was an accident.
What? An accident? Netflix? Look.
Yeah, it's an accident. Accident is that they said it too soon. Oh. So it still will probably happen.
It was. I think it's a thing that Elon Musk did where he was like, "It's $20," and they're like, "No, okay, it's $8." So now that
So
they
he backed
threw it
out?
out there, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't an accident, and they're just testing the waters. Okay. Yeah, I
Interesting.
rarely use Netflix anyway, but
Yeah,
I think I use it once a month. Like I
Yeah.
would still be fine. But the only one other person uses my Netflix, and I don't even know how often they use it or not. So
Your brother?
no, it's another friend. So does my brother use my Netflix? No, he doesn't. So I don't know. I'm not really. Even if my Netflix got blocked, I wouldn't really.
I'd be okay
cares?
without Netflix.
Honestly, who
I'd
cares?
be fine.
The same reason I said before about having too much to watch. Like the last time I was on there, I ended up not watching anything again. Just like because they took off all the shows I liked.
Yeah.
Took off The Office because it would just be the shows I already know that I can just put on in the background, which now is podcasts anyway instead of TV. And they got rid of The Office. They got rid of Mad Men. Is Parks and Rec on there still?
No.
That's
all
probably
on
on Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah, Netflix sucks.
Yeah, and Peacock has like the least amount of people watching, but that one has all the comfort
All the
shows.
good shows.
Yeah.
And they have the extended Office now, which is dope.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a new show.
Mm-hmm.
All the
didn't know
extra
that.
stuff.
And the good thing about it is you can put it on the background and then look up and then see something new and then keep going.
Yeah. I love it.
I didn't know there was extended Office episodes.
6 seasons.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're kind of not
Significant.
giving out everything, but like enough to where like, oh, they could keep you for a little bit longer.
So the
Here's season 3.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a significant longer cut or
Like
like
10 minutes each episode.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So because I remember having the DVDs for The Office and watching the deleted scenes. Like
That's what it is.
This is funny. Like,
Yeah.
But yes, cut it for time. That makes sense. All right. But Peacock, that's where it's at these days.
Good job, Peacock.
I have a Peacock account. I remember I got Peacock to watch Halloween
Yeah.
Kills, not Ends. Halloween Kills. And I did the free trial thing, and I just didn't cancel it.
Oh.
So I have a Peacock account. I'm sure I can figure out the password.
The Peacock.
There's a lot of originals on there that are good, and then all the, like I said, comfort shows.
Yeah, yeah. 30 Rock is on there, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But not the 30 Rock. There's so many episodes that are not there because of the stuff that was in the episode itself.
Oh.
So now I'm like trying to find those episodes because there was some fun. 30 Rock did 2 live episodes where they did
Yeah.
like SNL, and you
Yeah.
can't because Jon Hamm did blackface in them.
Oh no, John.
I'm sure it's online somewhere. You find it.
We'll find it.
Yeah.
Look it up, Marcus.
That's not going on my search history.
Put a clip right now on this.
Look here for Jon Hamm and blackface.
John.
I like Jon Hamm. I'm a Mad Men fan.
I love him.
Even when he's in blackface. Speaking of 30 Rock, it was a good transition. Alec Baldwin is officially charged with manslaughter.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It's really
That's
happening.
so crazy.
Wow.
I don't know when. Okay, hold on. Vamp a little bit.
So all right, so he's charged for manslaughter,
Yeah, he's
killing somebody for the actress.
Yeah, I was trying to find out when he's going to actually get sentenced.
So he's
I couldn't.
convicted. So they said you're guilty.
He's formally charged in fatal shooting. My legal, I don't know, my jurisprudence is my knowledge of jurisprudence is not the best. So I'm not sure once you get charged, when you actually get sentenced, or if it's on the same day, or because I don't think there has if you can contest it and it goes to trial. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's call it Bill Cosby and see what he.
Yeah, because he managed to wriggle his way out of there.
He's an expert.
But yeah, I've seen multiple New York Times, Yahoo, CNN, Washington Post. It's all just saying he's been charged with manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter.
Damn.
Which would be it's obviously a lesser charge than manslaughter, but that's crazy.
God, that's crazy.
That's so close,
imagine being an actor, and there's been different stuff coming out about what was said and what was done, because now that he's charged, they're going back to saying what did you say when it happened, and what are you saying now? And I forget which is which, but he had said, I don't know. I have to look it up. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm sorry, but he has differing takes.
Oh,
a little small differences that change the verdict, change what you're being charged with. That allows you to now be charged with involuntary manslaughter instead of not being charged at all. So it's crazy. I can't imagine being an actor. You're just doing a job. You get given a prop gun or a fake gun. I don't even know how, because they have to it discharged a round.
Air.
Yeah. So this shot around, and it's how, first of all, that happened on set is crazy. They got a loaded gun, or it was loaded with a blank, but it was still loaded with something.
Yeah.
And that you're just you got your sides for the day, whatever, and then you just blow somebody away. And you're like what? And for being an actor, I think that's insane.
And then now it's he's doing an actor. He's he's making choices about what's he gonna do now. He's so today I think I'm gonna say, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And he wakes up the next day. He's well, no, let's commit.
Right.
Let's commit to this, Alec.
Well,
you can do this, Alec. we were here for her, and we were in the scene, and I'm just a really good actor. And that's.
I don't know if he's changing his story necessarily. It's just the verbiage. It's a small detail that is kind of making it okay to charge him now, where they're okay, well, what? That really changes a lot about your story. Oh. And I think it's kind of it's a wording thing almost, to where it's it's so small, and it's been a while now. So it probably feels a different kind of way about it than when it first happened. And they're catching it oh, well, you said this at the time of when it happened, and now you're saying this, and it's a small wording issue, but that changes the whole thing. So I don't know now if you go to trial and it gets contested. I don't know how it works, but that's crazy.
Sketchy.
Man. What's his name on 30 Rock?
Jack Donaghy.
Jack Donaghy, okay. He's going to jail for killing Liz Lemon.
It might be controversial, but I'm dude, just let him get away with it, man. Jack Donaghy gave us 8 years of great entertainment.
Oh, the Emmys he won.
Yeah.
That Steve Carell should have had.
Ooh. Hot take.
I said it.
Go ahead, say it. Keep going.
Steve Carell, I think they only got the Emmy the first year, the second year? Second season?
I don't know.
Second season Emmys. I think so.
For The Office?
Yeah.
That's it?
It's one of those where Amy Poehler also didn't get an Emmy for Leslie Knope.
He never won.
He never won. Yeah.
Steve Carell never won.
Nominated every year, probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like what's his name? Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every time.
That's all you have to say. He should have won.
That's it. Should have won.
Yeah. Well, they're both funny characters.
Yeah.
You know,
I like them both.
Back to the FOMO thing.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of goes with something I wrote down earlier, a couple days ago, about. I think this is why I don't really have a lot of FOMO. Is just I've always been kind of comfortable in my own skin and like very confident in my decision making, to where I'm okay with the results of the decision.
Yeah.
And it's very specific how it got brought up the other day, but I was with some people. I was with Anthony and then another one of our friends. And we haven't hung out in a while, like the other friend. And he made it, this has come up before, like he's made it very clear, like when I go out with you guys, it's like a special thing. Like, because just the way you handle yourselves and present yourselves and like the things that we do, like I feel very special that I'm able to do that. And we were like, what? And it was just like, yeah, I don't know what it is. And so then we started talking about it afterwards, and like just in relation to this friend, and then like people we know. It's the thing that confidence came up a lot. Basically, it was just like, yeah, we just kind of do what we want to do. And, you know, not in an arrogant way, but just like, if you're not on board, that's cool. You know, if you don't want to hang out with us, awesome. That's fine as well. And it's weird that you talked about FOMO. It just kind of, I think, leads into that.
Yeah.
Of just like, yeah, I'm just very comfortable in my own skin for the most part. We'll see if like the comments get too crazy.
Or the therapy.
Or the therapy. See after the therapy.
Like, I have to go and I have to do everything.
Shell of a man afterwards. Therapy has the opposite effect on me. It just makes me really timid and shy and, you know, not confident.
Going back to my room.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done enough of that throughout the years. I don't know. What do you have to say about it? Like, talk about
FOMO? Yeah.
Well, FOMO, you can talk about FOMO, but like, do you ever think about confidence?
I do.
Like how you present yourself to other people?
Yeah. Because in my head, in order for me to be confident, I have to like become a character that's confident.
Okay.
In my head. I don't even know if I'm like a naturally confident person, but in my head, I'm like, okay, you are Ryan Reynolds in The Proposal. Or, you know, like.
Side note, are we going to go an episode where you do not bring up Ryan Reynolds at all?
No.
This is the 30th and Ryan Reynolds podcast.
Last night, like, do you think of a political person? Like, Ryan Reynolds.
Confident.
Ryan Reynolds.
Or like even like Norm Macdonald. I feel like his cadence even too is like, hey, well, Obama, he's black, you know. He talks like that. And so sometimes, or like a Brad Pitt type or Han Solo, or like just these confident people that like I feel like I have to go, all right, I'm ready for this. And then I have to burst through, because I know that there's times when I'm not confident and I just feel like Marty McFly, where I'm like, sit, where do you want to sit?
That's more Morty. Yeah,
it's Morty.
Marty McFly is pretty confident. Fucking shreds that guitar in front of a bunch of kids at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
he's like freaked out the whole movie though.
He's like, he's gonna get erased from time.
My dad?
Who wouldn't be that?
My mom is the hots for me.
Marty McFly, I feel like, especially when I was a kid, it was like, this guy's really cool. Like, he's a really confident, cool guy. He's like, he has a certain swagger. He's got that hot girlfriend in the second one. The first one, not so much. Elizabeth Shue looks better. But then, like, I thought he's like a very confident person. It's interesting.
But he gets picked on though,
and then he fights back.
And he gets called a chicken.
He has a temper.
Yeah,
and that's also a typical short man syndrome. But yeah, that's also a form of confidence, where he's like, "Don't talk to me that way." I mean, and I wouldn't physically hurt somebody, but I'd probably not take it well. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, I think of him as like a very confident person, and he's got that.
Might be more Morty,
cool truck.
But he does. Who picks on him at his school? Doesn't he get picked on at school? Well, the principal.
The dad. The dad. Marty or Morty?
Marty.
The principal's an asshole.
He's an asshole.
He picks on everybody.
Yeah.
And
I think Biff makes bullies him in the past, but in the high school he doesn't.
High school he was good.
He was just cool. The principal was an asshole.
Yeah. He was fine in the past too, and even when Biff picks on his dad, he's like, "What are you doing?
Dad is the dork.
Yeah, don't take this from this guy." And that's like that's how he ends up turning into a better person at the end.
And then I think because his complex is also, oh, my dad was a dork. Does this mean I'm a dork?
Yeah,
that might have been it.
Yeah, I think the complex is more that he's just, that's not me, like because he's the opposite of his dad. Like I can't believe that's my dad.
Yeah, I think it's just because he's in like a state of shock most of the movie. So I think that's how I feel.
He's got to get back home.
When I'm not feeling confident. 1985. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm in 1955. Like, what am I doing here? I don't know.
Yeah. Nobody would feel confident in 1955. Actually, when you think about it, like everyone looks ridiculous. Like, fashion's crazy. And like the Zippity Doodah song, whatever. Oh no, not that one. the Sandman song. Like that's Mr. on the radio. Sandman. We're listening to Mr. Sandman. God, everyone's so vanilla back then.
It was very vanilla.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on. Confidence.
Oh, but confidence. I feel like I do have to like
put yourself in character.
Go confident now.
How you carry yourself that came up too. We was saying like you guys kind of always just walk to where you're going, like, and you're just like the way you look, and it's like I'm just walking, And I don't know. It is weird when you think about people's behaviors, just their physical behaviors. Yeah. Especially when you go into I was in that dive bar for what's her name's birthday the other day, and I was very much aware, like I can't slouch in here.
Yeah,
it's dark. There's not that there was too seedy of a crowd in there, but there was like one or two people in there. It's just coffee.
I know.
One or two people in there that maybe kind of sketch, and it's like, and they were at the bar, and I had to go up there to get a drink, so it's like just look like you're comfortable in your own skin. Otherwise, they're not that they would, but you never know. They may see you as like a weakling. And I am aware of that when I go places, or just I think that's also part of it too. Yeah,
I think you're really good at it. I think a number of people aren't. Like a number of people aren't conscious of that, and they let their anxieties and insecurities take over. Because if I ever let my insecurities take over, like I'm trapped. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm out.
That's not a good place to be in.
Can't be in it. No.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm thankful I'm not like that.
Just gotta get over it. Just gotta go.
Where is there a place where if somebody like Marty McFly's chicken thing, where if they called you or they said something about that specific thing, you'd be like mad?
That's the thing about me.
You don't have that?
Not really. I don't know if it comes from confidence or apathy. We're just like, I don't really care enough. It'd be more like if he said something to me, I may feel the need to be like, don't say that. But if it was a stranger, usually, I don't care. And especially if it's another man, like you never know if how they're gonna react. They could feel like if I were to clap back, essentially, or just whatever, it's like, what if he has a knife?
Yeah.
And if he's bigger than me, it's just like, I don't know. You never know.
Yeah.
And again, I just don't really care enough about being insulted enough from somebody I don't know to have to feel the need to defend myself.
Yeah.
It's usually people that I do know, and then I feel like that doesn't really happen anyway. And if it did, I'd be able to disarm the situation in a way that they would understand, like, oh, okay, I won't do that. I'm sorry. I don't know. I have no. Do you have any of those triggers?
Well, yesterday, I had a moment where I was triggered.
Here we go. Yes.
Because it was at the food service job, and it was my friend who, she's great, but then everybody has their times where you get upset and stuff.
We all have bad days.
And
everybody has those.
I was like just waiting for the food to come out, and she said, "You can't read." And I said, "Excuse me?"
Yeah.
"Why are you being rude?" "Why?" And so I grabbed the receipt and I read out to her what it really said, and she was wrong.
Nice.
And I was like, "Don't you dare. Don't you dare do that to me again.
Yeah.
Don't you be rude to me." And it's also the reading thing, I think, because of teaching kids how to read now. I'm like, oh,
of course I know how to read.
Of course I do. Do you?
It's interesting that you say that, because maybe it might come from that I've worked in that industry since I was 17, and you get bitched at all the time by people. people that you know, like your coworkers. We all step on each other's toes sometimes, but then especially random people who just feel the need to belittle you for no reason. That I think it kind of makes you like, okay, well, like this person fucking sucks. So, but they're gonna be gone, right? You know, that might be a reason why I'm kind of like this too.
Yeah.
Like I've never had like a really bad interaction with a guest like that or a customer, whatever. I've definitely had people that are fucking rude and you're just like, what the hell is wrong with, you know? It happens all the time. And you just learn to, I just be rude back to them. Oh. That's kind of my way of doing it. And then
what do you do back? So say the guest is like,
it's just
super, super rude. What do you do back?
I'm just rude back to them, or I'm just very short and just like, it's very easy to not be nice to somebody, you know? And I would say 90% of the time they clock it and they realize they're being assholes. Because I don't think most people are just generally rude. Maybe they just like had a fight with their kid outside or something to put them into that position. Or they just sometimes don't realize they're doing it until someone's like, you know, lets them know. So like I would say 90% of the time when I'm rude back to them, they notice and they change, or they just, you know, they're no longer rude. They may not be friendly, but they're just no longer rude. So that's kind of what I do. I've never, or what I'll do is disengage and just be like, someone else needs to deal with this person because either they don't like me or like it can just go south.
Yeah.
It's something about me they don't like, or I can't change that. God, he's got fucking big ass nose. Like his nose is too wide or something. It's stuff like that happen.
Wow.
There's shit like that.
Has that happened before?
It's mostly like a male female thing. Like you get a bunch of dudes like, we don't want to talk to this guy. Like, fine, I don't want to talk to you either. It's perfectly fine. You know, big boob chick that I work with. She'll love to talk to you. She'll make more money off you than I will anyway. So it's cool.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to get the right people in there.
That's the most common. Is just. For why they don't like you is that you're just not what they're interested in.
You got to do the right combo.
Yeah, that's why it's never like a. I never get upset. Like it's never a thing. It's just like I get it. It's funny. The days I work for Disney. We all know that. The days that I make the most money bartending are the gay days that they do there.
Do the gays love you?
They do. I think because I don't know why actually. But it's very much like all the men that work that day all do really well, and it's like they're never gross, or they're not like, you know, trying to. You have to like flirt with them and stuff, and there's always that when you're bartending anyway. You're always kind of flirting with your guests, but it's just like they know what they want and they give you money for it.
Yeah, that's good.
And so that's usually the reason why someone doesn't want you as the person taking care of them. In my experience,
and confidence. My friends are part of the LGBTQ community. They're very confident usually.
Yeah.
Or at least more so nowadays, I guess.
Yeah. You kind of have to be, though.
Confident.
A lot of the time, you have to just be comfortable in your own skin.
To be real, yeah.
Because people have problems
really
with you. So,
yeah.
Why are we talking about this? Confidence. Yeah.
Confidence. Confidence. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, it's you know what? Yeah, bong rips. that'll make you confident.
Yeah,
rips.
Or
take
sleepy.
A rip,
or it'll have the opposite effect.
Yeah,
it's laced. I also wrote down this thing that Dave Chappelle says, where he's like, "To what degree do I have to participate in your satisfaction?" And I'm always like, "Yeah, like just." I guess that goes into confidence, where like people may have a problem with you, or may want you to like feel a certain way about things. It's like, just be comfortable in yourself. Like, just work on yourself, be comfortable in your own skin, you know, just present yourself that way to people. And usually, I feel like a lot of problems would be gone.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of that stems from insecurity when you have problems with other people like that, or just, you know, it's projecting.
Yeah. A lot of it is making a choice.
Yeah.
Just make the choice.
Yeah. Just choose to be. It's easy to say that. I know it's not hard to practice that.
Yeah.
We all got issues, which we'll find out on the therapy episode.
Ooh, therapy.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I brought this up.
Therapy, confidence.
Be confident, you guys. Fuck.
Just do it.
Just fucking be confident.
Yeah. Work out.
Just do it. Yeah, that works out for.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out for me. I hate. hate working out.
Work out or have a drink. Go on a hike.
You know what they always say about working out? They're like, yeah, you feel good afterwards. And like, I feel like I never feel good after working out.
Never? Never.
Well, like in terms of like looking better, like I feel like more confidence again, like just about like feeling sexier. You know, you see your body like get defined or whatever, but I never feel good. I don't ever feel mentally better at all. You're sore, so you physically hurt. Yeah, I don't know why. What am I doing wrong?
Oh my god!
Because it's a scientific fact that if you work out, you'll get like endorphins.
Yeah, the chemicals that your body in your brain are what makes you feel better. But I don't ever feel better afterwards.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I don't work out that often.
Yeah, the payoff. The payoff is supposed to be, you get the dopamine.
Yeah,
and that you look good. Do you think you look good?
God, really? I don't think I look bad. I'd say okay. This is a good exercise, or a very unhealthy one. If you had to rate, little chuckles back there. If you had to rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10, well, you know, they're like, oh, she's the 6, she's the 3. How would you rate yourself?
Myself?
Yeah.
We're
not in Beverly Hills. Yeah. We're just very much in our own life where we're at.
I think I'm like just looks or for everything.
Let's do the whole package.
Whole package?
Yeah.
Well, I think because of my personality, I've become like an 8.5.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Well, that's what I feel like I have to give myself
that. That leads into confidence.
Even if the world is like, you're a 3, you're a 6.
8.5. Okay.
I mean, yeah. Because you have to be confident and like push back the obvious insecurities.
Right.
Possible shortcomings.
Yeah.
Being the ugly friend. Who knows? Or the fat friend. Who knows? I don't know. What would you rate yourself?
I don't know. I think somebody asked me about dating apps the other day and why I'm not on them, or what my experience is with them, and I was like, you can't look at a picture of me and understand what this like. I have to.
That's what I'm saying too.
You can't understand what's going on with the picture, and it's like book shopping. You're just probably shopping by the cover, and then you open it up and it sucks, or it's great. So, like for me, if I had to rate myself, because I'm very much, I think on the look, if I strictly by looks, like on the lower end, I don't know, 4 maybe.
Oh, ouch!
But if it was again. Oh, I'm sorry.
I disagree. Well, so bad.
Well, thank you. I don't want to clip this part because then all the comments can be like, "It's a 2, it's a 1, a 3 is too good." But I'd say a whole package. It was like a 7.
All right.
I can be. You know me. I can be kind of weird, dark.
7 solid. Yeah.
I'm very much a product of not being therapized.
I mean, if you're really into weird, dark, and untherapized, that could be like a 9.
Oh my! It was so unusual that the guy at the Comedy Store, when I got crowd work, asked me what kind of porn I was into. I don't know if I said
what?
that.
No,
I didn't see what the crowd work was.
Wow.
How'd you get to that level of this
friendship? I don't know.
Is he your best friend now?
No, well,
it wasn't the door guy.
That wasn't the guy. The comedian that crowd worked me. I don't remember how he got to porn, but he asked. I was with Anthony, and he asked him like, "Oh, what kind of porn are you into?"
Oh, the comedian did.
Yeah, the comedian did, and then he said all kinds. That was his answer, right? Oh. And then he did like a little thing, and he's like, "What kind of porn are you into?" And I was like, "Well, what else am I going to say after all kinds?" And so I just immediately said, "Oh, the dark kind."
Oh,
yeah, that's just what I said.
What does that mean?
I don't know what I said. And then part of me was like, "Okay, make a joke on that." And then he was like, I don't even remember what he said, but he didn't have much to say about it. But then it was like, "That's not what I'm into, though." I just really quickly said the dark kind. And then afterwards, when we were done, I was like, I should have said stuck porn. Like that would have been funny. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm very much
dark kind makes me think. Are we talking?
That's exactly. I
was like, I think we should elaborate on that. Just leave
no. Thank you. Because as soon as the word left my mouth, I was like, is he gonna go to dark web? That's kind of what I was going for. Or is he going to go towards skin tone? You know, like, what's he going to say? And then he didn't have much to say about it. But yeah, I was like, I should have stuck porn. That would have been funnier.
I literally just thought like dark themes or something. Like it's a kidnapper or something.
Yeah. So you can go all kinds of places with it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why I'm a 7 instead of an 8. There's all kinds of shit bouncing around up here.
Caesar, what do you rate yourself?
So I'm the opposite of what Marcus just said. I feel like my looks are good, but my personality, depending on the person, it doesn't like. I overthink it. So if it's just based on looks, I would say 8, 8.5, maybe 9.
Yeah.
But then if you add the personality into it, it depends. It might be like a 7 because I'm not for everybody.
You don't think so?
I don't think.
But he's also married, so I mean, 10 out of 10. He's a 10 out of 10 guy. He's a 10 out of 10.
He's a 10. Locked in.
Well, I do feel like I'm really sexy. But
Okay, great. That's the
There you
confidence
go.
talking. That's the confidence talking. Awesome.
I feel like as I get older, I'm like, oh, looking older. So like, oh, now I have to be funny. Now it has to be. I have to pick the lane.
I'm the opposite. I think
it.
I'm looking better than I used to be gross, like just really awkward. Like the nose and like the jawline is kind of defined now. Before it was not.
Yeah, it's very Zac Efron like after the fall.
Post surgery, so yeah.
oh my god,
new Zac Efron or old Zac Efron?
I felt like we weren't attacking enough people. There's quite
The difference.
Let's go for more people.
Yeah, I'm liking the way I'm aging. Except for the hair. The hair kind of...
Yeah, the hair part sucks.
The hair loss. We all deal with that. Except for Caesar with his luscious locks.
Dear God. 3 years. That's a 9.5 hair.
Put up a picture of Caesar. I'm just kidding.
I'll find a good picture.
Yeah, just flowing hair.
They saw me in the background when I walked past Clint earlier. So
Oh,
they
okay.
saw some of it.
You saw those luscious locks billowing in the winds. So all of a sudden there's a wind machine in here.
Just for him.
Just for him.
that's when I felt like I got to the 9 was when I got the hair.
The hair?
Really? The long hair?
It's something you appreciate as you get older, a good hairline or just hair growth. It's like, I see it all the time now. Now that I'm very aware of my hairline and like fitting in the hair, I'm like, that guy's got a great head of hair. And when he's like, the older men usually when they're in their 40s, it's like, you have no hair loss anywhere? Like most people, like at least it peels back a little bit. Like this motherfucker has nothing.
Yeah, I get kind of mad when I see that. But then I realize, oh, I have the beard gene.
Yeah, you can
So,
go
like,
a
I
full,
can't-
yeah,
I can't
full
get so
perfect
mad.
beard. Yeah,
I like having a beard.
I have that too.
Yeah. The beard gene.
Don't rate my beard. Comments? Like 0.
Bring it.
-10. Come on. Come on, heckle me. I'm asking you to heckle me.
Make my day.
Do you have anything else before we get to the... I don't have anything else to talk
Not
about.
too much today.
You want to talk about Avatar? You saw Avatar.
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw the blue people?
Saw the blue people in IMAX. And I thought it was a better Wakanda Forever. It was definitely had like the same themes.
Yeah.
It was very similar because you got the
water
you got
people.
the forest avatars,
Which
forest-
are the
forest-
Wakandans?
blue people.
Yes.
Kind of Wakandans,
I was
yeah.
going to say... Never mind. I
What
can't
were you
say
gonna
it.
say? Oh no.
Instead of the forest people, I was going to call them something else. Or the Wakandans, I was going to say something else. I'll tell you guys off.
Oh no.
It's not anything bad, but it's still... It could
So
be.
anyways, I don't even know their tribe names. It's one of those movies where you're spending 4 hours watching them and you're like, I'm rooting for these people and I have no idea what their names are. Kalachi and Kawaka and Cologne and Nestle. Who knows?
Okay.
And
Nestle.
then Sigourney Weaver's playing a child. What is this? What's going on?
Yeah, her voice doesn't match.
No.
Yeah.
Is it
Little-
still her
sounds
old
like an
lady
old-
voice?
Yeah. It's her actual voice and it's a teenager and it's like, it doesn't work.
Yeah. She's like, father.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's beautiful, and I say it's like Wakanda Forever because it has like more fishy blue people. They're like a seafoam green, and they're like they have beef because they're like, oh, your tail is so small, your arms are so skinny, because you have giant
swimming
beaver
around
webbed
all day,
feet
yeah.
and arms. You're a freak.
That's like us. If I was standing next to a professional swimmer
Yeah.
or someone on the Olympic, of course they're going to look,
Yeah, look
way
at
better
that
than me.
wingspan.
yeah.
God.
The wingspan.
And so but another thing where what they didn't do that in Wakanda Forever, where they didn't have the colonizers be the bad guys. This is just if they had them be the bad guys.
Yeah.
Coming in and destroying everything in Pandora.
Yeah.
And they made the ocean look far more beautiful than I've ever seen like ocean look in a movie.
Was it super dark in the water?
It
like
was
it was
pretty
in
bright.
Wakanda
Like,
Forever, where you couldn't
no.
tell what that city looked like.
It felt like you were like scuba diving with them,
Right.
and it felt like you were like still at like enough sun was coming in. But yeah, like Wakanda Forever was dark.
It makes sense that movie was dark because I had another joke. I'm gonna say.
Oh my!
It makes
gosh.
sense that it was dark under the water because there's no sunlight down there. So I get why you
Yeah.
couldn't see
Yeah.
anything, but it's still like, what am I looking at here?
What is this? Where are we?
Yeah.
Why do we trust him? So just follow him down there.
So Avatar, smash or pass?
I say smash.
Smash. Okay.
It's one of those hard things now where it's like you put so much effort into this. Now it's going to make other movies look kind of less.
Isn't that what the first one did?
Yeah.
So it's got. I did this one already pass 2 billion.
I think so.
Jesus.
I think it's like a cool action movie. Like their action in it is really cool, and you get invested in the characters even if you don't know their names.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm going for it. Okay, the middle child. Yeah, middle child.
That's how I feel.
Yes.
Like, I don't know their names, but
What are their names?
When it comes out on streaming, I'll watch it so I can pause it. It's long.
Man, who are the pausers out there?
Yeah, sound off in the comments.
Pauses everything they
pausing
watch.
like me.
Psychos.
All right, well, we're approaching the end here. Next week on the show, we're going to have another guest. We're looking at the guest for the next week.
Woo.
Someone from the business, the industry, like last time. And that's going to be fun. Where can they find you at?
At the _Clint Show.
It's not changed, right?
That's the same.
Okay. It's not good. Is it going to change?
I don't know.
It may change.
See.
You can find me at Uncle2_Marcus on all the things. Caesar?
you can follow me at Caesar Rod Podcast and Video, so I can edit your podcast.
That's right. We're on all the platforms, Apple Podcasts. I can never say it. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. What couldn't you say earlier? Sushi or something?
No. What was it? It's going to haunt me.
Social network.
Social network. Social network.
Talking's hard. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Go to the YouTube, guys. I think that's the most popular one now is the YouTube. And leave comments, make fun of me, heckle me, build my already soaring confidence.
Yeah, and then we could bring them on the pot. All the heck.
Yeah, we could read the. Okay,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about a segment
that.
we can do is reading the comments because as unhealthy as that would be, it could be funny. So
Could be therapeutic.
yeah, all the things. Thank you for being everybody. We'll see you again next time.
Bye.